Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we're going to be doing the mid-July love tarot reading for the sign of Sagittarius. Alright, brothers and sisters, my fellow Sagittariuses. I'm a Sagittarius myself. I love it. I have Moon in Leo, Taurus rising. So this is for all my Sagittarius brothers and sisters. For those who are regulars, you know the drill. For those of you who are new to my channel, you just happen upon this video, you're not a subscriber, you're just surfing away, you're welcome as well. Thank you for stopping by and taking a minute to check the video out. I appreciate it. Cross watchers, you're always welcome. So we're going to get right into it and grab out your two Romance Angel cards. See what the overall energy is going to be for this mid-July love check-in. It's kind of like, ooh, give your relationship a chance. It's like a little check-in. And let your friends help you. Bottom of the deck we have forgiving and learning. So this card has come out for a couple of the signs so far for mid-July. And certainly give your relationship a chance. I think this is probably the fourth time it's come out. But we won't really know what that all means. Give your relationship a chance. Let your friends help you. And forgiving and learning until we get into your actual spread. I'm going to use the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck. And pull out your 9 cards, Sagittarius. All right. Show me what's going on with Sagittarius. Show me. I've already been meditating, shuffling your cards for quite some time before I started filming. So we're going to get right into it. Sagittarius out the gate. Wheel of Fortune. Beautiful. I have to check my log and see who had that most recently. I think that came out in the same position for Scorpio. All right. So Scorpio, Sagittarius, you guys have Wheel of Fortune, same position. 6 of Swords. 8 of Swords. Wow. 8 of Swords has been all over the place this mid-July. A lot of people are playing possum, playing victim. Hangman's coming in for you, Sagittarius. Center of the reading is 4 of Cups. That's interesting. So you're not there for it until they show you what they got. 9 of Swords. You have some sleepless nights about something. And 5 of Cups. Wow. Devil. And 5 of Pentacles. What an animated mid-July, Sagittarius. What the fuck? 9 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Well, there's certainly a lot of forgiving and learning going on. I'm going to get right into it. Sagittarius, Wheel of Fortune. The wheel is turning, so there's opportunities right now. There's opportunities coming in. Good opportunities, opportunities for love, opportunities to change, opportunities to go places, do things, bring in love in all kinds of ways. When the wheel turns, we don't really know, but whatever it is, it's time to pay attention, right? Pay attention because you can only make use of those opportunities if you're paying attention to what's going on and you seize them. So it's all about seizing the moment as well. Ultimately, fortune is about seizing the moment. It's about being at the right time, at the right place. But oftentimes, it's about knowing when to take hold of an opportunity and make the most of it. 6 of Swords, so you're moving away from most recent arguments and like just bickering, disharmony. You are turning your back on that. You're turning your back on any kind of relationship that's causing you any kind of aggravation, Sagittarius. You're just done. If ever there was a time, and I know, listen, as a Sagittarius myself, you know, I try not to inject myself into readings, but I gotta say to my fellow Sagittarius out there, you know, for us, you know, drama, you know, it's not that it's entertaining, but, you know, sometimes it's kind of just an experiment, right? I mean, like, you know, we choose how much drama we want or we're willing to deal with, right? I know from my own experience, oftentimes it's like the moment I'm done with something or the moment I choose to kind of like not engage anymore, it's like it's over. I don't engage, you know? So a lot of times, so what I'm saying here is that here, Sagittarius, you've kind of just made this kind of conscious life decision that you're just done toying with those who try to toy with you, is what I'm saying, right? So this is what happens. People try to mess with a Sagittarius. They try to toy with a Sagittarius or, manipulate or get under their skin. And Sagittarius generally look at people like that as something to toy with. You know what I mean? Because it's just so hard to get around the Sagittarius in terms of like, as far as like being able to see all sides, right? Sagittarius have this ability to kind of see right through it. So a lot of the drama they're in, they're very much a victim, very much Hangman energy, which is coming out. So it's like when a Sagittarius is in a kind of like a negative scenario, you can rest and be for sure that a huge percentage is them consciously deciding to remain in that scenario. They're oftentimes not victims. You know what I'm saying? Even when you think they're in a situation where they're being victimized or they're being exploited, truly, really though, if you knew the real dynamic, oftentimes the Sagittarius is still the one in control. They're still the one who's calling the shots. It's almost like the submissive in a dominant situation. It's really the submissive who has all the control because they're the ones who are telling the dominant what to do. And they're the ones who are allowing the dominant to do what they want them to do. Do you see what I'm saying? So in a way, it's all about their true power. Where does the true power lie, right? So, but Sagittarius, you are done with it, right? This Sagittarius, you're done. You're done with any kind of toying around, messing around, going toe-to-toe with people, engaging with their negative energy by meeting it with other negative energy. I don't say any of what I just said to be proud of it. I don't say that it's a great trait of Sagittarius. I'm just saying it's a trait. Here, you're evolving and you're coming out of that. You're deciding that it's just not worth it anymore. So you're not entertaining any more relationships that involve any kind of bullshit, mind games or anything. 8 of Swords, somebody's coming in and playing the victim. So certainly if you're moving away from that kind of energy, it's so interesting. It's almost as if as soon as you decide to really turn your back on this individual or this scenario that was up until now a lot of games and head games, this person who you're turning your back on just ramps up their kind of like antics, right? They just ramp up their kind of victim kind of like persona. They ramp up their kind of like, because this is the card of head games and mind tricks and just playing victim. This is the card for people who they play games with you. They reverse, they try to do reverse psychology, or they try to gaslight you. They blame you for their actions. They blame everyone else for their actions, but truly, they blame other people for being bound and blindfolded, but it's really them who do it to themselves. They're alienated and separated from people because of their attitude. Their attitude is so strict. It's so opinionated, right? And they're quite toxic. And these people are generally people who don't take responsibility for themselves, and they kind of blame everybody else around them. And it's almost as if this person kind of ramps up their activity with you as soon as you've decided to move away from all of that, right? And so here we have Hangman energy. Is quite interesting. So somebody's been a hangman in your life, right? Because you're on the move. 6 of Swords means that you're generally on the move, right? So it can't, it doesn't jive that you would have Hangman energy, right? So you're moving, Sagittarius, but somebody's been watching you and they've been very much in their Hangman mode with you, right? And it's like they've been just watching and hanging in there. They're comfortable with you the way it is now, but they're waking up. The Hangman certainly talks about waking up, though, right? He's been in a certain position for a long time, and he's kind of just very comfortable there. He's not willing to move, but the Hangman does move. He moves when he sees something worth moving for. And so this Hangman has come into the reading, which means this individual who has been in this kind of stasis energy is waking up. So something about this relationship with you, whoever you're dealing with, Sagittarius, if it's like, perhaps it's been like the relationship has been really kind of a certain way the whole time, like whatever it is. It's been at a certain level of commitment or a certain level of interaction or what have you, right? And it's kind of remained that way. Now, all of a sudden, the person you're dealing with is kind of woken up to the fact that they don't want to just remain where they're at with you. They want to move now. They're ready to come out of this kind of stasis. This could be somebody who's just like you could be friends with them for a long time, and now they're waking up and realizing they want more than that. You could be having a friends with benefits situation, and the person is waking up and realizing they want more. Whatever this case may be, this relationship with this individual, right? It's like they're waking up and they're ready to want more. Now, this person is not necessarily the same as this person. This person here is somebody who's quite toxic in your life. Now, they could be the same, you know, because they're both quite stuck. But the thing is that this person is quite bound and blindfolded, whereas the Hangman energy is decidedly about waking up, right? Waking up because you see something that you want to get close to. You want to have duality with something, right? And it's waking you up. It's two. The first two is the High Priestess. This is the second two. So it's enlightenment on a level, on a certain level. You're being sort of enlightened. You're being kind of woken up by something. And this is, you know, but this person doesn't even have their eyes open. They're not able to wake up to anything because they're so closed off. This is a truly toxic individual. All right. Whereas, please don't get me wrong, folks, this person here is not necessarily a toxic person, right? This person has just been very kind of steady with you in one kind of direction. And what I mean is that whatever relationship you've had with this person that hasn't been moving towards any kind of like further commitment or further anything, it's been kind of just stasis, you know. This could be, like I say, you guys are just friends and you never got any closer, or maybe you're friends with benefits and you're truly just have always only just been friends with benefits, you know. I knew a woman once when I was living in England who had like this relationship with this guy, and he would literally just come over like once every few weeks, have sex with her and leave. And that was it. And it was understood that it would never go any further. I'm not even sure if this guy was married or wasn't married, or he was divorced with a kid. It really didn't matter because, you know, the relationship had gone on like that for years. And it just didn't move anywhere. So that's what I mean. I'm not saying that that's your relationship, but I'm saying that's what I'm talking about by that kind of stasis, right? But now it's waking up. Your person is waking up and they want more. But you're in the center. You're kind of like, whoever is offering you a cup right now, you're just not prepared to take it unless they are serious. Right? This is Four of Cups. You're not prepared to take anything that's less than stability right now. Right? You're not willing to take a chance. You're not willing to just go on a hunch. You're not willing to just go by somebody saying, oh, I love you, and, you know, you're so beautiful. Like, whatever, like, piddly little kind of advance that they use to get to you, you're just not there for it, right? Because this character's had all of that before, and they're done. They're done with flighty relationships. They're coming out of the Three of Cups, which is a kind of flighty, kind of light, like, you know, devil may care energy. And it's like, you're done with that now. So now they're not dancing around anymore with two other people. Now they're kind of sitting very firm with their arms crossed, and they're like, okay, you want to be with me? Show me what you can offer me. Show me what a relationship with you entails. You know, because I don't want to have any more sleepless nights. I don't want to have any more anxiety. I don't want to get involved with anybody who's going to cause me anxiety. You remember having a lot of, you know, you remember the time, Sagittarius, when you got involved with people and it was just a nightmare. You know, they just either piss you off, so you're up all night long cussing them out, cussing out their invisible, you know, in your room. I mean, like, I'm guilty of this. I don't know how many Sagittarius do this, but I've been, if I get mad about something, if I don't let it off my chest, I can very easily pace my house and start cussing to myself, and loudly, like, you know, just to get it out verbally. You know, it's like this verbal, like, nonsense, diarrhea, like garbage, right? Negativity, and it's like almost like a purging, like, right? And so you don't want all of that. You don't want people to make you feel like that. You don't want to walk, you know. And so you're kind of like, no, I'm not here for all of this again. You've been there before. You're remembering it. I don't think right now you're having any Nine of Swords energy. You're a Wheel of Fortune. You're fucking kind of living a really good life right now. But you remember it, and you're not, And same thing with here with Five of Cups. This is quite interesting. So now we talk about, like, power struggle and people kind of, like, boo-hooing their past relationships and being kind of stuck in that. And I wonder who this is, right? I mean, I know this is you worrying and remembering how you used to worry. And it's not that you're worrying now, but you remember how this used to take a toll on you. And this is really affecting the fact that you're being really strong here. But somebody else is like playing. I almost feel like this individual is the same person. Like, they go between being a victim and like being really toxic to kind of playing poor me. Like here's poor me too, but here they're kind of really antagonistic. It's more like it's their attitude that's off-putting, right? Their hostility, their strictness, their kind of like insistence on sticking to their opinion. You know, it's their way or the highway. So that's the one side of them that's kind of like a pain in the ass. And then when you don't pay attention to this toxic individual goes to the other flip side of their like pain in the ass like personality, which is the poor me, feel sorry for me, oh, you don't love me, oh, you know. And it's like it's like either they antagonize you or they try to get you to feel sorry for them. And it's just so like this person is just such a pain in the ass. And it's like I say that because they're showing up in your reading twice. It's like you just can't get rid of them. You know, and they have nothing to do with your love life, but for some reason this person is just inserting themselves in your love life. Like, it doesn't even matter. It could be that like wherever you're going out socially, they're always there trying to want some of your attention, right? And it could be that you might need, this could be the scenario that you need your friends to help you with. You might need to tell your friends, hey, can you tell so and so just to leave me the hell alone, like I'm not interested. This could be somebody you either dated or somebody you didn't date, but you just have this weird awkwardness with them because they want you really bad, Sagittarius. It could be that you like had sex with them a couple times and you can't shake them, you know what I mean? Or they like just lost their mind. That happens to Sagittarius a lot, you know, because they have this very free attitude towards sex and they have sex with people and then people end up acting flaky and they don't understand why, because Sagittarius are like, well, it was just a little bit of sex. Can't you just forget about it? And so the devil comes in. And so that's a lot of temptation, right? So right now as well with this Wheel of Fortune, Sagittarius, this temptation is coming in. The temptation to be a little bit decadent right now. The temptation to be a little bit, you know, on the edge. So just take care with this. Excuse me. Just take care with this. It could be like, you know, see, this is the thing. Just because you're not willing to take this cup, it doesn't mean you're not willing to have fun. Right, Sagittarius? It's just that you're not willing to be committed. You know, you're just like, no, I'm not ready to be committed to anyone unless I know what I'm getting committed to and then I know that it's really worth my time. In the meantime, in between time, I'm pretty happy on my own. And so it can be as well that if you get irritated by this person coming forward to you and them not really offering you much, or you get too irritated by this individual who's like this pain in the butt who just won't leave you alone, right? It just keeps having this attitude with you. Take care that you don't go to your other side, which you can tend to do, Sagittarius, and just like throw all caution to the wind and like just indulge, you know, because that is your go-to attitude sometimes when people try to infringe on your freedom. It's almost as if you're like, oh really? Okay, I'll show you what freedom is, you know. And it's like you do exactly what you want when you want, to a degree that most people are just kind of like, wow, okay. You didn't have enough yet, you know? Nope. So 5 of Pentacles is in, and so somebody is trying to have another power play with you. This is like your second 5 in the reading, right? So fives are all about power struggles, right? So somebody is like, you know, they're going to try to ostracize you or, you know, just make you feel some kind of way. It could be they're quite jealous. They want to try to get at you. They want to try to, like, you know, it's really weird. I wonder where this is coming from, right? I wonder, like, this could just be some jealousy, right? Because right now, if you get into your kind of, like, real decadent side and kind of indulgent side, Sagittarius, it could be that on this other side here, you paid a price. So, you know, take care. Like, if you're at work or something, don't what they say, don't S-H-I-T where you eat. Don't shit where you eat. Don't, like, go to work and do all that. Because people are going to feel some kind of way. You know, you're going to have a 5 of Pentacles moment. Or just be careful, like, because, you know, there's going to be a power struggle with someone, right? Some kind of, like, just power struggle, like, with someone who they just don't approve, right? They just don't approve of you just doing whatever the F you want to do. And they feel some kind of way, and they're going to try to mess you up. They're going to try to mess up your coin, or your money coming in, you know, like in some real kind of way. Like, it's like they want to knock you down a peg, right? And if they win, this is what they want to leave you at, right? Looking dumb, which they're not going to necessarily do, but just be careful, because it's like real kind of like, I just want to say that this is just coming out of people hating on you. And how I know this is because it's a 5, and 5 is about, like I said, when you know what the numbers mean, and 5 being the number for power struggle, you understand the nature of why this energy is there. And so if it's about a power struggle between you and another person, those type of struggles, certainly for Sagittarius, tend to happen when the Sagittarius is kind of at their most debauched, living their best life, because a lot of times they tend to rub people the wrong way. It's at those times that people tend to want to knock Sagittarius down a peg. You know, when Sagittarius is really the center of the party, you know, everybody wants to have, you know, wants to be next to them. They're happy to be next to everybody else that they're interested in. You know what I mean? It's like when a Sagittarius is like living their best life and at their height of freedom and sexual confidence and all of that, they're, you know, they're really hard to keep up with, you know. I mean, it's a known thing. So it's a fire sign, you know. You imagine a Leo or an Aries when those signs are exalted, right? And at their highest, sexiest, most, you know, self-confidence, you know. They're all fiery, very fiery. And so that by nature is going to make people quite jealous, because it's an outward kind of character, right? It's a character that everybody notices. It takes center stage. It takes the spotlight. So by that very nature, you can tend to then have haters. You know what I mean? You know, an exalted water sign doesn't necessarily burst into the room and all eyes are on them, because it's not necessarily their nature when they're exalted. But for a fire sign, it is. So it can breed contempt, jealousy, and envy. So anytime you're at your best, and this is for all fire signs, anytime you're at, like, you're living at your best, you're like radiating at your highest degree, highest frequency, you always need to take care and watch out for individuals who are lurking to cut you down. You know, whatever haters are out there. There's the Fool showing up, so there's about to be a change in your life. I'm going to keep that one. Show me some clarity on this reading for our lovely Sagittarius. Show me. Coming out, 2 of Swords. So moon in Libra, moon in Libra energy, I believe. Wait, is it moon in Libra? Yeah, moon in Libra energy. 5 of Swords. We have Knight of Cups coming out to clarify. Ooh, 8 of Cups. Interesting. Star, wish fulfillment at the center. Queen of Wands. Wow, total transformation. You know, endurance, being able to endure a lot, the Queen of Wands. Here we go with 9 of Cups coming in. 3 of Discs over the Devil. And 3 of Swords, a lot of 3s, yeah. And then we have bottom of the deck, we have 5 of Cups coming in again. All right, so here we have the 5 of Cups down here. So disappointment. Yeah, 2 of Swords. So, you know, Wheel of Fortune, a lot of opportunities are happening. Options are coming in. You're just not sure who to pick. You know, and it's not about picking anybody. It's about understanding that right now there's just, you know, there's room for a balance. You have to find a balance in your life. You know, it's not picking one or the other side of your life or side of your character, but finding a balance. And once you have that balance inside yourself, Sagittarius, you can make the most of any opportunities that are coming in. And that's what I mean. That I'm thinking the balance between your desire to be perhaps monogamous with someone and your desire to be free. It doesn't necessarily have to be either or. Perhaps you can find a way for those two to both coexist to a certain degree. 5 of Swords comes in over that 6 of Swords. So you're moving away from 5 of Swords, right? You're moving away from hostility, from arguing, bickering, you know. People were constantly, another power struggle. You just had enough of power struggles, Sagittarius. Like I said, it's like there's somebody out there who's just like, they may have been really stubborn or in competition with you in some kind of way, or it could even still be this individual who's just like, you know, they're interested in you, but they're just dealing with you in such a toxic way, and they're always like trying to get one up on you. You're just ready to leave. Here we go. Eight of Swords, yeah. So the covered by Knight of Cups. Yeah, I think this person is somebody who really is in love with you, but they're just playing such a toxic game. They see themselves as your Knight of Cups, right? And the Knight of Cups is like the Don Juan. He's a knight in shining armor. He comes in very romantic, but he's also very immature. He doesn't really know his feelings. He doesn't have any commitment. You know, he's here today, gone tomorrow, you know, and he doesn't mean it badly. It's just that he doesn't know who he is just yet, you know? And so it's quite interesting that, yeah, it's just that he comes in, you know, he's like offers it, but he's not really, you know, he wants it, but he's so toxic, you know. This person is so immature in so many other ways, you know, they still can't, you know what I mean? He's just not able. You know what I mean? He's just not able to actually follow through with the way he's trying to present himself. You know, it's like the reality, he or she, the reality is that they're just not up to the task, you know. Eight of Cups, again, it's like, look at this movement, right? So this person, you know, whoever this individual is who you've been dealing with for some time, that I say is not this person, but perhaps somebody else, your relationship has been quite stuck. They've been, and it's more to do with them being stuck, dealing with you a certain way. They've made a decision to come out of that. They've made a decision that they're willing to move towards more, move towards deeper relationships, right? More commitment with deeper relationships. He's willing to put up boundaries to those relationships that don't fulfill what he needs, and so make more room for the type of relationship that he does want. And so it's this movement that's getting him to come out of his hangman energy, this movement from his usual kind of laissez-faire of dealing with things. I feel very much just like, for instance, this could very much be like, you know, you up until now have had a very shallow relationship with this person. Like I said, it could be like you're just friends with benefits, or you hook up every once in a few blue moon, or you know what I mean? It's just this kind of like really shallow way of interacting with each other, and this person has suddenly woken up and realized they don't want it to be shallow anymore. They want it to be deeper, which is exactly what I felt earlier when I saw the hangman. The Eight of Cups certainly confirms that. Star is wishing on a star. And so, yeah, your ultimate wish is to have that beautiful, stable relationship, right? And so that's why you're not willing to take anything less. Because you know you're manifesting it, Sagittarius. You know that you're bringing it in because you feel it. With every relationship to you, it probably feels like you're getting closer and closer to your ideal man. And so you're absolute, or woman, right? So you're absolutely willing to wait. And yeah, you've come through a lot of heartache in the past, right? So you remember all that heartache, and you've been transformed as a result of it. The Queen of Wands is very like self-confident and strong. She doesn't lay up at night crying anymore like she used to. So, you know, this just is to clarify everything you've gone through, and you realize that you cannot go back to that anymore. You've changed so much, it just won't allow you to be this type of person anymore, to victimize yourself like this, or to allow other people to victimize you like that. And so that Queen of Wands that you have right now, Sagittarius, certainly this, you know, this is for Sagittarius who's been through that, done that, and certainly embodies that Queen of Wands energy within themselves. And you're using it now to let people know, nah, I'm not going back to that. So you're not going to get me with any of that. And here's Nine of Cups. So yeah, you're happy. You've got your wish fulfillment, right? And it's like this person is like playing like all sad and sad about the other. Like I said, I feel like this person is the same person up here who plays these games up here. And it's like down here, this is what I mean. It's like when you're happy, they're sad. You know, your happiness comes in, you're having a good night. They're walking around you looking miserable with the long face because you're not giving them any time, you know. It's just like, and that lets you know something. It lets you know that when you're happy, they can't be happy for you. They just manipulate the situation. Everything is like a mirroring of their own narcissistic, like, tendencies, right? It's all about how it affects them, you know. You're happy, God forbid you're happy, it makes them sad. Like, again, it's everything that they see is just mirrors them back to themselves. So if they don't like what they see, they blame it on you. You know what I mean? It's so weird. Rather than dealing with it themselves, like, why wouldn't you be happy for somebody if they're happy? And so Three of Pentacles is coming out over that Devil to clarify. So, yeah, like I said, take care not to get overindulgent. You still have a lot of work to do right now, Sagittarius, right? Can you hear the softy truck in the background? Yeah, right now, this is also Sagittarius right now. A lot of you Sagittarius, Wheel of Fortune up at the top coming in. A lot of you are in your lives in general, and certainly with your careers, are working on a lot of projects and careers that are bringing in abundance right now, right? We're coming into a great period for Sagittarius with the Jupiter placement. So don't forget that, you know, we all as the Sagittarian nation almost, right, the Sagittarian tribe, we're all coming into a great period of prosperity. So of course the Three of Pentacles is going to come up and remind you that you have work to do. You have works to do. So don't overindulge, Sagittarius, you know. Don't be tempted by that devil energy of partying too much, indulging too much. And like I said, here we go. Somebody is hurt. Somebody's pissed. Right? You're irritating somebody with your happiness. Three of Swords is somebody who's like irritated by your happiness. They're heartbroken to see you. Right? And so like I said, this is a power struggle. And I feel like this is individuals around you who just don't like to see what you're going through. They may not like to see that you're getting all these opportunities or that you're doing well right now. You know, they just want to have one up over you. You know, and it's all to do with a lot of their own, you know, insecurities. You could have maybe hurt them in the past, or they just feel like, could be that you're taking their boyfriend or girlfriend away from them and they're fucking pissed, you know, and so they're trying to get you back. This is real hateration. And I don't think it's like directly as a result of something that you actually did to them. I think this is hateration of them just hating you. And you could have very innocently have their boyfriend or girlfriend in love with you because you're over here enjoying yourself anyway, right? You're kind of in that nice, like, happy space where you're just having fun and being free, and like you didn't even know, maybe you hung out or, you know, had a nice night with somebody that you didn't even know that they were involved with somebody, or that somebody was crazy in love with them. They may not have even been in love with them, but this person is in love with them, right? And so now they see you and they're like, what? Sagittarius, what are you doing? And so they want to just mess with you. Just be careful. It's hateration energy. You know, Sagittarius, you know, it's like you get it and you just got to deal with it. And it's like, it never ever, I've never had a reading for a Sagittarius where some sort of hateration didn't show up. And the Fool had popped out and I kept it because the Fool is the querent always. And I love it when the Fool shows up because the Fool lets you know and reminds you that you are at a whole new stage in your life and you need to really pay attention. Everything's about to take a real leap. Your love life, your abundance, a lot of things are about to just go into a whole new stage, and this is the time to keep your eyes wide open, just like the Fool dares face. Keep your eyes wide open and pay attention because it's time to learn lessons, burn off karma, and get ready for the next stage. All right, Sagittarius, I'm going to call it. This is your mid-July love check-in. It's quite good, and it's basically somebody's trying to make a move to get more committed. You could give your relationship with them a chance. Somebody else is coming in. They just want your attention, but they're so toxic. And forgiving and learning with them is going to be a trial, but that's up to you, and that's up to how they come to you. And you've got your friends with you this month, so certainly let your friends help you with all of these different scenarios. But yeah, you're living a free and happy, abundant life right now, Sagittarius, and we all know that that is not without its complications. All right, my dears, I love you so much. Have a wonderful mid-July. If you enjoy this, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, and share. But for right now, take it easy. I'll see you next month. Bye-bye.